Hey baby, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes, why?
Well, you just seem to be being quite short with your answers. I just wanted to make sure that you were okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you at home?
Why do you want to know?
I just know that it's your day off today, and I was wondering what you were doing. I thought maybe I could get off work a little bit earlier and maybe come see you and we could go out or something. Maybe have a date night.
Oh, well, I'm not at home, so I don't think that we can do that.
Oh, where are you?
Out.
Out? Anywhere specific?
No, I just wanted some time alone.
Really? Are you sure that's what you're doing?
Yes, I'm sure that's what I'm doing. Why are you doubting me? Do you honestly not trust me that much? Geez, talk about an unhealthy relationship if you can't even trust me to go out and have a little bit of me time.
Yeah, it's just I'm sitting in the car outside the house and I can clearly see that your car is still in the drive, but so is a strange car I've never seen before. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but we didn't have any handyman workers or whatever kind of people coming over today that I know about. So, whose car is it?
Wait, you said you'd be home in a little bit. Not that you were home now.
Is that a problem?
No, actually, it isn't. The car is Daphne's. It's her new one, and she asked me if she could park it here for a while, whilst her drive is being repaved.
Well, that's a coincidence, isn't it?
What is?
Well, I stopped by Daphne's house on the way over. I needed to give Steve some of his tools that I borrowed, and her drive was perfectly fine. No one was working on it or anything, and she never mentioned getting a new car at all. Strange, isn't it?
Fine then. You want the truth? Why don't you come and see it for yourself?
I'd rather you tell me the truth, to be honest. It's the least you owe me.
Fine. The truth is that right now I'm upstairs, in the bedroom with my boyfriend.
Uh huh, and is this a one off thing, or have you done this before?
This is definitely not a one-off thing. I've been seeing Justin for months now. And you didn't have any idea at all, lol. I finally found my true soulmate.
You've found your soulmate?
Yeah, I met him in one of the clubs that I went to with my friends about 6 months ago. We really hit it off from the moment we met. We danced all night and even spent the night together. Since then, we haven't been able to stay away from one another. We've been sneaking around, meeting each other either here or at his or at a hotel. It's been quite fun, really. He's so much better than you. He's fun, adventurous, and very handsome.
Uh huh, I see.
Is that all you've got to say? I've been cheating on you for months now, and you can't even be bothered to argue with me about it? How pathetic are you?
Well, why would I want to argue and plead with a woman who clearly has no remorse over what she's done to me? You don't care that you've broken my heart or that you just completely destroyed all faith and trust I ever had in you, and that it's probably very likely that I won't be able to trust another woman for a very long time. So why would I want to plead for you to repent for what you've done and stay with me? For all I know, you could just turn around and find someone else to cheat on me with.
Well, I mean, have you met you? I don't think anyone would blame me if I did.
And why's that? I haven't done anything wrong to you, ever. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've been a very good and loving husband. I often bring you little gifts and things that you like and try my hardest to make sure that you're happy. So why would people not blame you for cheating on me?
Well, yeah, you might do all of that, but let's face it, it's quite a sappy thing to do.
Huh?
Yeah, like, it's nice every now and then, but the fact that you're always nice and kind and thoughtful is kind of annoying, actually. It always makes me feel like I'm not putting in enough effort into the relationship or something like that. And you know what?
What?
Sometimes it would be nice to have an argument, to not feel like a perfectly happy couple all the time. It just gets so boring. I can't deal with it.
So, because you can't deal with the fact that I'm a good person and a nice husband, you decided to cheat on me? Would you rather I argue with you over the smallest and stupidest of things? Constantly berating you and never putting your feelings and thoughts first? Because that's just something I can't do. I'm a nice person and I like to spoil my wife because I love her. I don't want to be arguing with her all the time. That just doesn't sound like a good or healthy relationship to me. And it's definitely not something that I would want to be a part of.
And that's what makes you so boring. I need some fire in my relationship. Someone who will challenge me. You're just not that person, so I had to go and find someone who would be able to do that for me, whether you like it or not.
Well then, good for you. I'll chuck all of your stuff in the front yard tomorrow for you to come and get it. As for right now, you and your boyfriend can get dressed and get out of my house. Like, right now.
Huh? What do you mean, your house? This house is mine. I'm the woman, so I should get the house if we split up. That's just the way that things work, so you need to deal with it.
No, actually, it isn't how things work.
Yes, it is. I live in this house, so it's mine.
I pay all the bills and the mortgage, so it's actually mine.
What? That's not true. It doesn't matter who pays the mortgage. The house is always the woman's property.
Nope, because I have physical financial evidence that I've been paying for the house, and the fact that the contract is in my name, I get the house. And I get to decide who stays in it and who doesn't. And surprisingly, you're not someone that I want in my house anymore, so either get your things together and move them out yourself, or I'll just chuck them into the street, okay?
What? Why are you being like this? Why are you being so apathetic? You should be fighting to keep me, not helping me move out. I thought you loved me.
Yeah, well, lately, I've just found myself not wanting to be around you. You're horrible on a daily basis towards me, and you keep disrespecting me no matter what I do. It's never good enough for you. I don't want someone like that in my life. Not to mention that you're incredibly selfish and self-centered. I just can't stand your childish behavior anymore. I mean, it's like trying to deal with a toddler.
But
You leaving is probably the best thing that can happen for me.
fine then. I will leave. And when you come begging for me to take you back, you better hope I'm in a forgiving mood.
I have a lot more self-respect than to do something like that. Especially to someone like you. I deserve someone who actually wants to be with me. Not someone who's gonna cheat on me the second they get bored.
Well then, you might have to work on how interesting you are if you don't want women to cheat on you. Just saying.
Whatever, May. I'm done talking to you now. I'm gonna go, so please don't bother trying to text me again. I don't want to hear anything that you have to say. I'll leave for an hour, and by the time I get back, you better be gone from my house, along with your boyfriend. You can come back tomorrow to collect the rest of your stuff, but for tonight, you only have an hour, so get what you think you'll need.
God, you are such an asshole. Fine then, I'll take what I can, but you better not touch anything else until I can get it tomorrow.
Trust me, I don't want any of your rubbish.
Whatever, I'm going now. Oh, hello. Is this Felix?
Yes, this is Felix. I'm sorry, but your number isn't in my phone. Who is this?
It's me.
I'm sorry, I recently got a new phone and haven't had a chance to transfer all my contacts over.
Oh, it's your wife.
Sophie?
No, it's May. Hi.
Oh. May, why are you messaging me?
Well, I was just wanting to check in. It has been 3 years.
Yes, it has been quite a while.
How have you been?
I've been doing well, thank you. And you?
Not too bad. It's been a bit strange and different without you, though.
Well, that was your choice. You had every option to be with me and to be happy, but you chose not to do that.
Yeah, I guess I did. But still, you must have missed me as well, right? You can't actually live without me, I'm guessing, as I'm kind of unforgettable. But don't worry, I won't make you beg or anything to take me back. I'm willing to just forget about everything that happened all those years ago and go back to how we were. I think I would quite like a man to treat me right again, to shower me with love and gifts and just be generally nice and safe. I've missed having someone dependable like that in my life. Like you.
What are you going on about, May? I thought you were living with your soulmate now.
Yeah, I am. I was. We kind of broke up.
I'm sorry to hear that, but it still doesn't explain why you're messaging me.
Well, we broke up because he was cheating on me, and I don't know, it left me feeling truly awful. Like, I thought we were so happy, so why did he do that to me?
I couldn't say.
It really messed me up for a little while and made me lose all trust in men. Plus, with him gone, I had to get a job of my own in order to continue paying the rent on the apartment I am living in and all of the other bills as well. It just got me thinking about how I had pretty much done the same to you and how terrible you must have felt. How it probably damaged you and your faith in women. So I wanted to apologize, and I thought that maybe we could give us another go? Yeah, I hear you're doing really well in your work as well, and that you've been promoted to a really high position in the company. Obviously, I know that this means that you're being paid quite a nice wage. So with your salary, we could have a lot of fun and make up for lost time. Plus, I would be able to quit my job and go back to being a housewife again. I was much happier doing that than I am working in this fast food place. So, what do you say?
No thanks.
Huh? Come on. You can't say that we didn't have a good time together. It felt like we were in love. So, at least let's give it a chance.
Sorry, I'm a married person.
Huh? What do you mean you're married? How could you do that to me?
Do what to you? We weren't even together for the last 3 years.
That doesn't matter. You should have waited for me to come back, if I chose to, and pinned over me for the rest of your life, not gone and married some other woman. Besides, how is it even possible that you're married? I don't remember signing any divorce papers. That means that your marriage is not legal.
I'd send the papers to you within the first 3 months of finding out you were cheating on me. You signed them all saying that you didn't want to be married to such a sap anyway. It's not my fault if you forgot that you did that.
No, that's not fair. It doesn't count.
May, after all these years, you still haven't changed. You don't care about me or my happiness, you just want someone to pay your way through life whilst you do whatever you want. I don't want to get back together with you, and I never will. I'm incredibly happy now, and I've even married someone new, so there is no chance that I'm going to ruin my relationship with her for you. She's amazing and sweet and really great. I'm not going to mess that up. Not to mention that she loves the fact that I bring her little presents and that I'm a loving and kind husband. She thinks it's one of the best things about me, actually.
But what about me?
You've got what you want, don't you? You're free to live your life without the annoyance of an annoying husband and his two kind ways. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want.
But I've changed my mind. I don't want that anymore. It's boring and lonely.
Well, that's your problem, I'm afraid. I've moved on. I suggest you try and do the same as well.
But no other man that I've been with these last few years has even come close to treating me the way that you did. They don't get me little gifts just to cheer me up if I've had a bad day. They don't get me flowers just because they thought they looked pretty and that I would like them. And they definitely don't seem to care about what I'm feeling if I'm not feeling my best. They just tell me to stop being so moody. I want our relationship back.
You lost our relationship with me the moment you made the choice to actively go out and look for another man to cheat on me with. I know my worth, May, and I know that I deserve to be with someone who appreciates what I do and how I treat them. You simply couldn't appreciate me, so you just lost me. That's all there is to it. Now, I'm gonna go, May. Please don't contact me again. Goodbye, May. After that, May did try to contact me again, and she even messaged my wife over social media, but we both told her to stop harassing us lest we get the police involved, and that she would never have a chance to get back together with me again, as me and Sophie were happily married and plan on staying that way for the rest of our lives. Not long after that, May stopped messaging me, and I haven't heard from her since. The last I heard, she was still working at the fast food place. As for me, I'm happily married and adore my wife. She's honestly the best thing that has ever happened to me, and I count myself incredibly lucky to have met Sophie when I did. Our relationship is going strong, and we're even expecting a baby. I honestly couldn't think of anything better in life than to have a loving family who I can shower with love for the rest of my life. It just goes to show that you should never take those you love for granted, as you never know what you might lose if you're not careful.
Sweetie, I know that usually on Tuesdays you stay at mine, but could we swap that to yours for tonight? A pipe has burst in my apartment, so it's basically unlivable. I've got people coming to fix it, but they won't be able to sort it out for a couple of days, so I have no water either.
Hey, honey, yeah, that's fine. What happened, though? Is there anything I can do to help? I'm not the handiest of men, but I know my way around a tool or two.
Oh, no, it's okay. Like I said, the maintenance guy is coming round. I just need somewhere to stay for a few days.
Oh, yeah, sure, that's fine. Bring as much stuff as you need. I'll make some space in my wardrobe for you.
Thanks. I can't believe this has happened to me, though. It's just typical. At the worst time as well, as it's going to cost me a load of money that I don't really have to pay to have it fixed.
I know how you feel. I remember when I was in college, in my first rental flat, the heating went off completely, and I had to get a guy to come out and fix it ASAP, because it was winter. My landlord refused to pay for it, so I had to pay for it myself. I had to live off of toast and porridge for quite a while after that.
Yeah, I might have to do that after I've paid for this.
Well, here's an idea. Why don't you move in with me? I mean, I've been thinking about it for a while now, so it's not just a spur-of-the-moment thing, but I figured we always spend the week either at your place or at mine, and I just don't see the point in that, you know? If we just got our own place, then we could share the rent costs and all the bills, so it would be much cheaper for both of us, if you want to.
Hang on. Do you mean, like, live together? That kind of moving in with one another? Like, we'd be in the same house, together all of the time?
Well, yeah, that's kind of what living together means.
Oh.
Do you not want to? It's okay if not. I don't want to force you into anything.
No, it's not that.
What's wrong then?
It's just, well, I've never had to live with another person before. Except for my family, obviously. But since moving out, it's just been me. I think it'd just be a bit weird is all.
Oh, well, there's no need to worry about that. I mean, it probably will be a little weird for the first few weeks or a couple of months. We've both gotten used to living on our own and adhering to our own rules, so we'll have to learn how to work together and perhaps change a few things so that we don't get annoyed with one another, but I think it would be a good thing if we did it. I mean, we have been dating for 2 years now. A lot of couples have moved in together by this point.
I suppose. But what if you do something that I don't like? We could get into a huge argument which could lead us to breaking up. And then, because we've sold our apartments to buy a joint one, either one of us or neither of us will have somewhere to live. It's a big risk.
Well, that's a bit of a worst-case scenario, don't you think? I mean, it would have to be a pretty bad argument for us to break up over it.
Yeah, but it could happen. Plus, where would all of my stuff go? I've got lots of things, so I would need a lot of space to store it all.
We can find somewhere for it to go. It wouldn't be a problem at all. After all, we could look for a place together that has quite a bit of space for the both of us. Or we could make space in either one of our places. It would be quite doable. But you seem quite hesitant. So if you don't like the idea, we don't have to do it.
Well, say I agree. How would we afford this new place then, if we looked for it?
We'd have to put our money together, especially if the new place is bigger than what either of us have at the minute, as it'll obviously cost more. But considering we've both got full-time jobs, it shouldn't be too bad.
Hang on. So you're saying that I'd have to pay for the new place as well?
Well, yeah, obviously, I'm not earning enough to pay for a whole apartment for two people all by myself.
Well, how much do you make? Annually, I mean.
Why does that matter?
If we're going to be getting a place together, I'd like to know how much we have so I can know the price range of the places we can look at.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So, does this mean that you want to move in together?
I guess. Though, if I do this, then I need to know that you're committed to me.
What do you mean?
I'm 28, and I'm not getting any younger, so I need to know that you want to be with me forever, and that you won't leave me, or whatever.
So, like marriage?
Yeah, I would like to get married soon and possibly have children, and I would like for their dad to be around to help look after them and raise them. So I need to know that you're serious about being with me if we do this.
You don't need to worry about that, Jill. I'm more than committed to being with you. There's no other woman that I want to be with, and if you'd have me, I'd marry you tomorrow if you wanted to.
Wait, did you just propose to me over text?
I guess I did. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it like that. I would have had it all planned out and romantic and everything, but I guess, as I've asked, if you wanted to give me a little indication as to whether you'd say yes or not, just so I'm not as nervous when the time comes for me to do it properly.
Being nervous of the answer is kind of the whole point of proposing, though. But I guess that I could give you a hint or something. But first, I'd need to know how much money you earned on a yearly basis.
Bit of an odd ask, but I earn about $40,000 a year after taxes. What about you?
40,000? That's it?
What do you mean, that's it? It's quite a lot of money if you think about it. Considering I've only been at this job for a couple years, I've moved up the ranking quicker than anybody else in the company.
That doesn't matter. You only earn 40,000? How can you expect me to live off of that? It's like barely 3,000 a month.
That's a lot of money to live off of in a month, Jill, especially considering that the rent and bills will be half between us, meaning you'll have to pay for half of them. On average, if you take $1,000 off for rent payments and bills, we'd still have $2,000 to live off of for the month, and that's not including your salary. There's still a lot of people much worse off than that.
I don't care about other people. I have gotten used to a way of living, and I can't be expected to give it up now. You'll have to pay all of the rent and bills so that I can use my money to buy the things I want and do the things I want to do.
I can't do that. It'll be way too expensive. Especially as a bigger place will cost more. I'll have no money left for myself or for other expenses. If we're gonna move in together, you're gonna have to pay half.
If you think that I'm going to move in with someone who earns such a little amount of money, you are dead wrong. Let alone marry them, no way.
Wait, you're saying you don't want to get married now?
Definitely not. At least not to you. I'm not going to waste any time on a poor person. I'm pretty enough that I will be able to find a rich guy or celebrity of some kind and live a life of luxury. Something that you, apparently, can't provide. How come you never told me that you were so destitute?
I'm not destitute. I earn quite a decent amount.
Sure you do. Look, I'm not going to be with someone who doesn't earn enough money to afford me a life of comfort. I mean, a bare minimum I would accept someone making is around 80,000, and that's literally a starting point. Had I known how much you were earning from the start, well, I don't think this relationship would have gone on for as long as it has.
Oh wow, so you're basically telling me that the only reason you were with me was for my money? You don't want to work in life, and you thought that I was your paycheck to a comfier and less hard life, huh? So that you don't have to work, and you can just go out and spend your time and money however you please. Is that right?
So what if it is? It's not a crime to want an easy life, is it? It's only the smart thing to do. Finding someone who already has a lot of money so that I don't have to do all of the hard work to get it. Loads of other people do it.
Ah, so you're a gold digger. That explains a lot.
I'm not a gold digger. I'm just someone who knows what they like and what they want out of life. I can't help it if that's the expensive things. I just have good taste, and I deserve to be with a man who can actually afford to buy me the things I want. Just because you can't do that isn't my fault.
But I've only been at my job for a couple of years, so it stands to reason that I'll just climb up higher in the company as the years pass by, meaning that my wage will get higher as well.
A couple of years? You really think that I can wait years for you to start earning even a half-decent wage? No thank you. Either you need to quit that job and find a new one that pays at least $80,000, or you will lose me entirely. Your choice.
There's no job anywhere that I'm qualified for anyway that'll let me just waltz in and start earning $80,000 a year. It's just not possible. Plus, I like my job. I like the people I work with, and I like what I do. I think it's interesting.
And that's why you'll never amount to anything. You're too happy to be just a simple worker, not aspiring to earn more or elevate yourself in any way. It's pathetic, and I am not going to stay with someone who is pathetic. So, if your choice is to stay where you are, then I'm going to go and find myself someone who can actually facilitate the kind of life that I want.
You know what? Fine then. If our relationship means so little to you, if all you're bothered about is money, then maybe it is best if we split up. I don't think I would want to marry someone so selfish and one-track minded anyway.
If that's what you need to tell yourself to help you get over me, then fine. But we both know I'm the best thing that will ever happen to you, and you will never find anyone like me again. Shame what being poor can do.
I think I'll be fine. Goodbye, Jill.
Bye then. Hello, Chris. How are you? It's been a while.
Hello? Who is this?
Oh, you don't need to pretend, I know you know who it is. I mean, how could you forget me so quickly?
Honestly, I really don't know who this is, so you need to either tell me who it is or I'm just gonna block your number.
It's me, Jill.
Oh, Jill, I should have guessed with that self-important attitude. What are you messaging me for? It's been 3 years already.
Oh, I know. I just agreed to get married though, and I couldn't help but think about you. Because we almost got married.
Well, congratulations, I guess. I hope he makes you happy.
Yeah, I mean, Mike is a bit older than me, but it's not too bad. He's a builder with his own company, so he earns a decent amount of money. Who knew guys were so sensitive and picky nowadays, though? You'd think that anyone would be dying to be with me, considering how beautiful I am. But they all said they couldn't stand my personality. How rude is that?
Uh-huh.
But anyway, he earns more than you, so I've still upgraded there, wouldn't you say? LOL.
Not really, no.
My boyfriend earns $80,000 per year. I feel like you don't even try.
My yearly income is $120,000 now.
Huh? What do you mean you earn $120,000 now?
Exactly what I said. That's my yearly income.
But how? That's not possible. You were just a lowly poor worker. You shouldn't have that much money.
I told you that I'd only just started at my job and that if given a few years, I would be able to move up in the company, which would increase my pay as well. Although I'm surprised as well that it's only taken me 3 years to get this far. Apparently, I'm the best employee this company's had in years. I think I might even be up for another promotion again soon, which of course means an increase in pay again.
But you told me it would take years for you to earn that much money.
No, I said that it could take me years, but that I would definitely progress. You were the one who said that she couldn't be bothered to wait. You wanted me to be earning a ridiculous amount straight away, and it just wasn't possible.
Well, maybe I was a bit hasty. I mean, I was just trying to incentivize you to work harder so that you could progress quicker. And it definitely worked, didn't it? I mean, you've climbed up the company so quickly just to impress me. And I can honestly say that I am impressed. So, I accept your proposal. We can get married now. Isn't that great news for you?
What?
I'm saying yes to your proposal.
Jill, I asked that over 3 years ago, and you said no because I was too poor for you. I'm not gonna marry you now simply because you like the fact that I have a bit of money now. I really don't want someone so shallow as my wife, not to mention that you literally just told me that you're already engaged to this Mike guy.
I can easily get rid of him. You don't need to worry about that. What's important is that we can finally be together like we should have always been.
No, I'm not marrying you.
You can't say no. Only I can say no. You have to marry me. I want to live a life of luxury and you can buy that for me, so you need to give it to me.
Okay, firstly, I would never marry someone just so that they can laze around, not work, and spend all my money on whatever they want. And secondly, I'm already married.
What? You can't be married? I can't believe you cheated on me like that.
I haven't cheated on you. We weren't even together for the last 3 years.
Well, you'll just have to divorce her then. But make sure that she doesn't get all of your money in the divorce, as that would just be a waste.
I'm not gonna divorce my wife. I love her, and she's such an amazing woman that I would have to be insane to divorce her for you. She's sweet and kind and very caring. She's backed me up and supported me through thick and thin, and I couldn't think of a better partner in life. Unlike you, you'd probably just keep demanding that I work until I drop, just so that you can have as much money as you can. I'm not willing to get into a relationship like that.
But Chris...
Nope. Anyway, I'm a very busy person, so I'm gonna go. I'm also gonna block your number, so don't bother trying to message me again. Good luck in your marriage. See ya.
No, wait, Chris. You can't do this.
Jill tried multiple times to contact me again and try to convince me to divorce my wife, but that was never gonna happen. I blocked all of her communication channels and even alerted her to the fact that I would get a restraining order if she didn't leave me alone. After that, she left me alone and, I presume, married her boyfriend Mike. All I can say is that I hope he knows what he's in for. As for me, I'm continuing to do well in my job and I've even been put up for another promotion. My wife and I are also doing really good in our relationship, so much so that we're even expecting a baby. I really am grateful for how my life has turned out, as it is perfect. It just goes to show that hard work and finding someone who supports you in everything you do really will get you far in life.